Welcome back, everyone. This is Cape at CapesCornerCreations, back with another flip through of a journal. This journal is quite large and took me a little while to finish it, but it is the biggest one to date and really gorgeous. There's a person who is an avid journaler. This one has so much writing space and so many tucks and pockets. Really beautiful. So let's start. This one is tied with a beautiful silk scarf. Belonged to somebody very close to me, and so I thought, well, I'm not particularly one that wears them, but this one is just gorgeous, and so it ties the book together. And I'll take that off. Just tied there in around the middle. The cover of this is a suede material. It's probably not, I don't know if it's real suede. I actually got it from the little lint on here. We'll take that off. But it is suede. You can see it move in the colors. It was a curtain, actually, and I found, and so I thought it would make a great cover to this journal. On the back spine, I just have some lace and some sari silk secured on there, and that's that. Nothing really too complicated. Very soft. It's very flexible, the cover, but strong, and it's quite large, quite chunky. The dimensions on this is, let me see if I have this. This is a 6 by 9, 6 inches wide, 9 inches long. It has a 5.5 inch mouth. It's quite large. Really, I could say by my hands, it's quite large. And it has 102 pages and over 110 places to journal for writing space. That includes all the journaling cards and pages. And I think that's about it. Oh, and it has a 2 1/4 inch spine. And it has 3 large signatures. So let's start. This book, really full of lace, full of journaling cards, so pretty. And as I always start, with a letter from myself and a little note of a name. I name all the journals. You can call it whatever you'd like, but as long as they're on my desk, they have a name. And once they go, that's totally up to the owner. This journal's name is Eloise. It's from French origin, meaning healthy and wide. And she is a healthy and wide journal. All right, we have a journaling card here with a very pretty button, some lace, some ribbon, some like jute. There's places to journal on the front and the back. So, and that slips right into this pocket right in the front. It says, "Create a morning glory." Over here we have a little cluster of ribbon paper and bling. There's a pocket here with 2 journaling cards, writing space there, some lace, some ribbon, some pink leaves, more journaling space, a little old magazine, a craft magazine from years back, from like the 60s and 70s. This says "Shrubs That Bear Winter." A little information on that. Writing space. This page has a belly band out of just scraps of paper put together, a collage of paper with some inking. This here holds a journaling card and some sari silk and old craft crochet pattern there. This is a coffee dyed, no, this is an avocado dyed paper. You can see by the pink edges, if you can see up there, and splattered with the coffee. And this goes right in like this. There we go. With ribbon, some scrapbooking paper, some lace, more lace on this side with journaling space. This page, really pretty. You can get this one in better view. There's a little pocket down here with this cluster of ribbon, a pearl, some lace, a butterfly, a little $1 sticker. Journaling card in this pocket. Also has a small journaling card, and has a piece of paper for more writing space on both sides there. Also coffee dyed, and a large journaling card that you can write on these two sides and on the back, or use it as a bookmark. That fits right in there. And then up here there's a little seed packet envelope with a little journaling card, butterflies. Really cute. I have butterflies probably in all of my journals, one way or the other. Some have a lot of them, and some have just a few. This is a trifold. Actually has 4 sides, and each side has journaling space. There's a video on that. We made those in a tutorial. You can check that out. And there's writing space. This reminded me of like a little picket fence with a butterfly. And that tucks right into this little butterfly pocket. And then you open it, and there's a journaling card. This is an old piece of junk mail envelope that I lined with some music paper. This is also like encyclopedia paper, probably. That's where I got that. This is an old picture of birds that came from an antique shop. Had some books and children's books that were very old, so I used that. Each one of these pockets over here, there's 4 with the journaling cards on them with writing space. Each one gets a little smaller as they go down. There's embroidery floss on the top, so you can grab hold of them. And each the little birds from that same book with journaling space on the back. And then this little one. And there, you can always write on here as well. An avid journaler would write on all spaces that are available, including the inked spaces. And then another journaling card on the back. And that slips right into this belly band right here. Just beautiful lace. And then this over here has some journaling cards, tiny ones. More, this is coffee dyed tracing paper. Very cute. Let's get that back in there, right? And of course journaling space on the front of this. And then inside here there's another piece of paper, quite large, full piece of paper for journaling. Tuck that back in there. I should put this up a little bit so you can see it better. There we go. This is cute. This was a 2 of them here. This was a pattern probably in the late 60s, early 70s. You can tell by the styles that I got in a craft magazine. I have tons of them because of my past crafting. But anyway, these nice sized journaling cards here. This is just a collage of paper with some gold paint on there. Put those right back in there. And there's a coloring page, some writing space, some stamping. This flower holds a little journaling card and another coffee dyed paper, quite large. And there's just to get tucked in there. Some more of that pretty pink leaves ribbon. And on the other side we have some beautiful lace. You'll notice most pages have lace on them. Not everyone, but most of them. This little corner tuck had some ribbons, some flowers, some leaves. Really pretty, and I put the little white pearls on there. And this journaling card is really cute. It's, you know, a collage of different things. This was a piece of that craft book, as well as this little piece. This was another piece of probably it was a piece of scrapbooking paper that was just torn, and you know, I try and use all my scraps. This little word up here, promise, out of an old dictionary on a little card. And this is a tag from my embroidery floss that I used to decorate that. And on the back I put a little flower with some green leaves and on a piece of old crochet patterns, and plenty of writing space and coffee dyed paper. And that slips right in there. And some lace up there too. This side has 6 little journaling cards. I'll turn it around. Oh, maybe 7 here. We got a tiny little one here for some writing, like an appointment or something to that effect. This one says, "Come what may," and journaling space on the back. And then over here we have just a piece of little torn leftover paper that I used and ink stained the edges. A little stamp on there, some journaling space, and some stickers. This piece of dictionary says familiar. Another little journaling card. This is a piece of an old back of an empty notebook that I used, and it was already discolored from age. So a little bird, a little sari silk ribbon and bling and writing space. And over here we have another little journaling card, plenty of writing space. And then here with some inking, some old pages from the dictionary, and some writing space. And one more, and then it has this little torn paper. This paper I love. It's like wallpaper. It's smooth and soft and thick, you know, great for little writing space. And then over here, just some coffee dyed paper for writing space. All the papers are coffee dyed, avocado dyed, or tea stained papers. It says make art, and you can do that with anything. As I've learned with making journals, just your scraps of paper are precious, and you can make such beautiful things with them. And writing space, and this one as well. And up in this little seed packet there's a little journaling card made out of this is a paper bag, and you can write on the front and the back. Has a little button on that cluster. This page has 2 pockets. One here that this is just a tuck with plenty of room to write. If I can get it back in there. And then behind this gold ribbon there's another pocket here with more writing space. Over here, this is a piece of crocheted doily that I had actually made, and it had gotten torn, so I just cut a piece of it and put it on here. There's a little cluster on this ball hook that has sari silk, lace, and paper with a little charm of an elephant. If I can get it to sit forward so you can see that. It's a cute little elephant there. And then of course we have journaling cards. We have this one journaling card that has a piece of lace and it holds this little journaling card with butterfly, and this one here, so cute, on that collage. You can see this is an actual page of that dictionary I have from many years back in 1942, and a big journaling card here for you to write on, and this whole page for writing. So most writing pages have multiple spots to write on. Like here, you can write this whole area, and even through the inking you can write through there. And this has a little journaling card here, and then this is a pocket tuck. This has journaling space there. And then down here in this pocket, this is an actual little booklet of papers that you can tear out and use for, you need to write an appointment or something to remember. And you can write on that, and you can write on the cover, and on the, the back there's some dictionary words. So another extra papers there, and the page for writing, and this page with lace. Coloring page over here, another page for writing. This little side tuck has two writing spaces, the inside of this and this ink stained and coffee dyed paper. And I just tuck them right in there. This is actually an old piece of an envelope, junk mail envelope, with just a cluster of things that I glued on there. More journaling space, a lot of inking, stamping, a little journaling card over here, and this cute tuck, the hummingbird, flowers, and some dictionary papers. This is a two-sided tuck. On this side you have this pretty journaling card. On the back, put a rose, plenty of writing space on that one. This one is some of that beautiful old lace. It says gems there, with a little bit of bling and writing space on there. Over here we have a pocket with a good sized piece of writing paper, both sides. I like the way that it fits into this pocket. And it has some fancy stamping. More writing space, more paper. This is a avocado dyed paper. You can see that it's pretty pink. If you can see that. My light is really bright, so sometimes the colors are a little bit dull, but it's not a bright color, but you can see that it's pink. Maybe on the edge here you can see more of the pink, but gives it its own identity for sure. Alright, I'll just back up now. There we go. Next page is two pieces. One is a bookmark with writing space, and then there's this piece of paper here that's good size for writing space, and of course your page. And we get the next one. Lots of writing space. I know I'm going quickly because it's so big, and I want to make this video shorter than longer. So there's lots of writing space, and I'm trying to make sure I show you everything. It's a really satin kind of ribbon with some lace and some green leaves that kind of go up to this little flower. Looks like it's growing together. And then more writing space, and this little piece of sari silk with a button you just grab onto and you pull out for, let me see, out of focus. You have all this writing space, and you can turn it and write on the other side. And you have that page. So that's a lot of writing space right there. I don't think we need that anymore. Let me move that. And then this pocket is cute. It has like a little house here, and in the front there's a little journaling card with writing space on the back there. And up here inside the roof of the house we have a journaling card with writing space on the back side. It says show me. Then over here, this picture is one of my note cards that I had used for other things, and I had drawn the picture and I put stamping and writing space in there for you. And as we go, we have more stamping, more coffee dyed papers. I love the way it looks. The colors come out so pretty. This is a journaling tag with another piece of paper, coffee dyed paper for writing. Pretty good size. You'd be surprised what you can get in your little pockets and tucks. And then more coloring paper. More writing space. Even on your tuck here, there's plenty of writing space on this tag. There's dictionary paper, very old, vintage, actually antique, that's really old. I don't know, I have to look that up, but very old. And more journaling space there, tucks right in there. Today's a good day to go through my journals. It's raining. We're getting that rain from that tropical storm, and it's supposed to be heavy rains. We get a lot of rain sometimes. These two pages, I just love them. The stamping just came all together like a little butterfly garden forest. So cute. On this side, a little cluster of flowers and lace and paper with another journaling card, and of course you can always write on the pages themselves. Another journaling card over here. I think this one was probably in my first video on YouTube that I made a video on how to make bookmarks and journaling cards. I haven't been doing this a really long time on YouTube, and I haven't been doing it much more than that in real life, and it's just a craft that I just love, and I thought, why not? There's room for everybody, so why not I hop on YouTube and show folks how to do these, or find a home for my journals. They have somebody's name on them, I'm sure. Each one is made individually. It's one of a kind. They're, the kind of thing that you look at a journal and you think, I don't really get crazy about that one, but then there's ones that you just fall in love with. So I'm sure that this one is in the heart of someone at some point. It'll make a journey to that right person. This one says special delivery, a little clock, and really pretty back journaling space with a little flower and some stamping, of course another butterfly, and that tucks right into this pocket, and there's writing space here, and some avocado dyed paper and stamping, which goes right in the front there. Some little eyelash yarn that comes from my yarn pile, because I'm an avid crocheter, so there's always yarn somewhere. More writing space, a pretty butterfly, more coffee dyed paper in that slip, and this is a little journaling card in the front here of this really cute side tuck. More writing space. This has both sides and your page. Really pretty. More writing space. This paper bag right on that. I try to use everything in the house that I can use to clean out my craft closet. I have so much stuff that I thought, what could I do to use some of these things? Because, sometimes you get carried away and I'll keep that and I'll keep that. Well, this year I'm using what I have. With the way we're living, I don't go anywhere, so I'm making journals and sharing. This has writing space on all four sides. So tag goes in here. I think I made this on one of my tutorials as well, this little card. And open up all this writing space and a little card to write on, and the back. And that just slips into this lace right here. Of course, you got the page to write on. Really pretty. More writing space, copy dyed paper, some more copy dyed paper in this tuck right here. All this writing space. This book is loaded with writing space, and they're big pages, so there's tons and tons of room to write with. This paper I just thought was so pretty, I just had to include it in the book. This little tuck has a little thing from the dictionary, says family on there, and little journaling cards up here. Lots of stickers and little things that make them interesting. This has 3 pockets with little cards for writing. And then this one here is actually quite big and very pretty. A lot of soft pink and browns. And this last signature is like the other one earlier on, but this one is actually glued to the page. So you have a writing paper here with some, this is just, the words, washi tape with butterflies on it. This little pocket has some lace. It says Fantasia there. This opens up and you have a journaling card here and one up here and then one in the middle here. Well, it's not really in the middle, but it looks like it's in the middle when you pull it, but it's down the bottom here. And then you close that up and you have another full page over here, actually 2 minus the corner here. And this is a journaling card that I just made with, again, scraps of paper that are left over. A collage, really pretty, and a sticker there with some sari silk at the top and writing space, of course. The sari silk matches down here. And over here we have 2 pockets, well, 2 journaling spaces. This one has some material on this, just some cotton material that I used for I used it for a, I think it was for someone's wedding. I made a quilt. So I have scraps of material that I'm using as well. And lace. I had most of the lace because with 5 granddaughters, when they were small, I made them a lot of dresses and aprons and different things. And of course, you know, I have leftovers. I have 3 grandsons too, but you know, you can't make the boys too many lacy things. It doesn't work. This journaling card, this photograph, I got free from Pam at the Paper Outpost, and she was my inspiration to start, because I was like, wow, I could do that. Let me give that a try. I do all the other crafts, so thank you to her. This is some really pretty lace, and I put little flowers on the corners. I had cut the lace down just to make that trim lace and used those flowers. Just more stamping, lacy pages, another coloring page. This is just a dictionary. Oh no, this is a page from that craft book. Just different things, ads and things they used to sell from magazines. Now everything's on the internet. That's why I love this, because I'm really not a fan of everything computer. You know, I still like a book in my hands to read. I still like looking at a magazine. I'm not a reader on the computer. It gives me a headache. These are really pretty journaling cards here. There's 3 pockets. Really pretty. Some music paper, some script paper. There we go. Put that back in there. This page has a side tuck with a big piece of avocado dyed paper, and a journaling card here tucked in the front. The butterflies, some stamping, and then it opens to another page for writing space, and I don't know if you can see that, and more writing space over here, and plenty of room always if you want to add your own stickers or pictures or anything like that. This one turns around, and I just love this picture, so I left it for writing space here. More writing space, stamped. The object of a journal is to make it yours, personal, you know, anything that you want to put in there, pictures, extra cards, you know, you can use these little ones for appointment cards or phone numbers or somebody's email, so you have that information always. I know with myself, if I don't write things down sometimes, it's like gone. So yeah, you have to have those little bits of paper sometimes handy. This is an old crochet doily pattern, and we have two journaling cards here out of that very old dictionary paper. Writing space, there's writing space right here on the front of this and on this little card and on the back. So that goes in there. Oh, and this is just a piece of old lacy curtain that I just of course washed and ironed and then cut it up to use on my journals. This tuck is plenty big for writing space, and it has three writing pieces in here. It has the old pattern ads on the front and writing space on the back. This is just an old advertisement for vitamins and vinegar, and writing space on the back, and then a piece of paper for writing space. If I could get my fingers to work, there we go. And writing space. So many places to put your little secrets and memories on. It says inspire on this cute card with a key on it. Over here there's a little paper bag spot to write on. It's on a paper clip, so you can use the paper clip to tuck things under there like we did on the next page. This is tucked on here. There's a journaling card. It says Tiara on there, all blinged with shiny gold paint, and writing space on the back, and then a piece of avocado dyed paper slips right in there. Now, if I can get it back on, of course, you know. There we go. This tuck is a belly band at the bottom and a tuck at the bottom with 5 little journaling cards that, to me, I made it look like a flower, and the flower growing up the middle. And all these little cards are blank on the back to write on, all 5 of them, with a little piece of washi tape leaf on each one, and some sparkly rickrack. You know, years ago when I was making things, there wasn't any sparkly rickrack, but now you can find all kinds of things. Some coloring pages. You know, I mentioned this in my journals because coloring pages is a great, in your writing in your journal and the phone rings, oh well, then you could doodle on your coloring papers while you're busy on the phone. You can't think of your and write your special things when you're talking, so doodling is great. Have them in the books. Of course you could doodle on the pages as well, but for me, I like to have something in my hand when I'm chit-chatting on the phone. Be constantly curious. We need good inspirational words, the times we're living in, and I like to include that in my diary. And, well, you can keep this as a diary as well, in the diaries and the journals, because sometimes the days get difficult, and for some people it's very hard, and for others not so bad. But I encourage everybody to think of positive words when you're going through a hard time. It really helps. These journal cards are very pretty with the flowers. This one says graceful on it. Collage of different papers. And there's 1, 2, 4 pockets here. This one here, again, very cute. Oh, and this one has an actual card in the front of it. It says Happy Mail. We always like Happy Mail. I'm actually at this, today I was making a little care package for my granddaughters who live in another state, so they'll be getting a little Happy Mail next week. And I get Happy Mail from them, so it's all good. This is just butterflies on here, and then journaling space in the back. And plenty of room to stick more little things inside these pockets. More space for writing, and then this card here, another journaling space, and of course you can write right there on the paper. This is just so cute. I just love the bird peeking out of the tree. Its little mouse sleeping on the pussy willows and the garden. And more writing space. And then here we have a journaling card here. They're just so cute with the, this says flowers, this big flower, some tags. A lot of these little bits and pieces are probably from the Tim Holtz collection. You can get those craft items at like Hobby Lobby or those places. I don't have a lot of choices for craft stores where I am, so that's pretty much my go-to place. Everything else is about an hour away. And I don't go anywhere alone. So yeah, if I have somebody to take me there, then I can get to them. But most times I just shop in town. Some journaling cards in this pocket. This has 4 little pockets. Get them out here. There's 2, and then 3. They get smaller as they go. And 4. And that's an envelope, just style of the way you fold the papers, and it gives you multiple pockets. And then on our back cover we have this really pretty lace that I'd use inside, and this side tuck with butterflies, and this is a bundle of journaling cards all together with a ball clip and a key. So this journaling card is got writing space on the back. This one has writing space on the back. And then this one has a little tag on the front of it for writing space. It says notes to self. You can always put down you need grocery list, quick to run to the store. You can write down the things you need. And then there's a full back for writing. And inside this back piece, there's a full sheet of paper for writing. And that slips right in there. And that slips back into the side pocket. So there you go. This journal is mighty full. She's beautiful. And you can see this on my Etsy shop. I enjoy this so much and hope that someone finds pleasure in them. They're so much fun to make and create. They're only one of a kind. There's always similar ones because I may have enough material like this one that I could make yet another journal. It wouldn't be the same because the insides are always going to be different. So you keep a look on my my Etsy shop for those, and on my channel here, because I try to put everything that's created on the channel, my tutorials and my journals. So if you had a good time today and you enjoy these journals, give me a thumbs up so I know that it's making somebody smile. And you can subscribe to my channel so that there's a little bell. If you hit the bell, you would be notified of a new video that's up. And you can share this with your friends, and I'd be so much grateful for all your time and energy spent here watching my videos. And have a nice day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.